3, 2, 1. Oh! 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 We're at 60. Today, I'm going to be driving something that is absolutely going to set the comments section on fire, because it basically represents the best performance per pound, well, anywhere. How does supercar performance in a very practical hatchback shape for cheaper than the base price of a VW ID3 sound? Sounds good? Yes, the answer is yes. This is the MG4, not just any MG4. This is the MG4 XPower, and this is the most powerful MG ever made. I'm excited. Right, shall I give you the basics, because the stats are kind of unbelievable. Right, so this is the MG4 XPower. It has 429 brake horsepower from a pair of motors, 201 from the front and 228 from the back. So yes, together that makes 429. It is technically two-wheel drive, but it can turn into four-wheel drive within the blink of an eye, and then that, my friends, gives you grip, and then that gives you speed. This will do 0 to 62 in under 4 seconds. 3.8 seconds to be precise, if you want to be picky. That puts you in the same category of speed as the Porsche 911 Carrera S. Yeah, I'm not even joking. Now, it does have a limited top speed of 124 miles an hour, so you may say, oh, well, it's not that fast, but you're only really going to do that speed on a track. But the rest of the time, from what I hear, I haven't driven it yet, but from what I hear, the acceleration speed is completely bonkers. So when you go to overtake someone or pick up speed on a slip road, it's going to make it safe and fun. Yeah, but that's not even the best bit. You want to hear the best bit? The price. So you know that Porsche 911 Carrera S, 110 grand? This, £36,495. You want value? I'll give you value. Now, in terms of design, it doesn't really look any different to the normal MG, right? If you were going to rock up alongside this, you would go, oh, I'm just next to a normal MG4. It doesn't look any different to the normal trophy trim. But you may spot bright orange calipers. That's probably the only difference, I think. We say calipers, it's basically a bright orange plastic cover. Still looks quite nice though. And it's behind the giant 18-inch wheels with performance tyres as well, by the way. It's what we would like to call a sleeper car, the kind of car where it doesn't look fast, but it is fast. A sneaky Pete, if you will. Should we look inside? Come on in. Right. Interior-wise, it's basically exactly the same as the standard MG4. You may have noticed some red stitching. Apart from that, it's pretty much the same. We do have Alcantara bucket seats that will kind of hold you in place while you're driving at warp speed, and then there are some different settings. So let's have a little scroll through here. So I know you can go into vehicle, and then you've got some drive modes like snow, eco, sport, etc. We do have full one-pedal driving, which again is all accessed through here. And then, where am I going? In there, track mode. You can see sort of your G-force distribution, just in case you're interested in stuff like that. If you're chucking it round a corner and you want to see how far your face is going to go to one side, you can find all the information on there, which is kind of interesting, I guess. Apart from that, no, it's pretty much the same as the standard MG4. Storage is pretty brilliant. You've got a couple of cup holders down here, chuck some things in there. I mean, that's a big bit of storage in there. You can put your sweets in there. Door bins are a really good size. That's a picture of our route that we're supposed to be taking that we haven't taken today. Shh, don't tell anyone. That's just a place to chuck your phone and a place. Oh, remind me that they're up there, because I will forget that they're up there. But no, it's the same as before. Space is pretty good. Space in the back is pretty good. The boot is a tiny bit smaller, but are we here to see the boot? No, we're not. We're here to drive. Shall we go driving? Let's go driving. So, apparently to do launch control, we put our foot on the brake. So my left foot is now on the brake. We hold down the accelerator. There we go. And we go 3, 2, 1. Woo! Oh! Oh! We're at 60. Okay. My phone fell off the phone holder. That's not secure enough to hold your phone when you launch it. I want to do it again. I don't know what my face did there. What did my face do? Did it kind of go backwards? Because it felt like it did. Right, I've got a bit of time. I can do it again. I can do it again. Right, so we're braking. My left foot is on the brake. My right foot is going down on the accelerator. There we go. There's a nice little nudge to let you know that launch control is ready. And 3, 2, 1. Yes! 60. That is absolutely crazy. Oh! Oh! Sometimes there are times where I just absolutely love my job. Today is that day, folks. Today is that day. I don't know if my phone is smashed. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. The phone's just down there. It's fine. But it did slide off. So this is my note to you, MG. Can we have a grippier phone holder, please? Because when you launched that car, it went flying across the car. Wow. Okay. That's really impressive. That's really, really impressive. This has got... The springs are 25% stiffer. So it means it's going to handle corners pretty well. And it is. So we do have the 18-inch wheels on this, and we do have performance tyres. But it's not horrendous. I mean, you do kind of get a little flum through the cabin. You can feel it through the cabin. But I've driven worse, especially when it comes around to this kind of price of car. I have driven worse. So for the price, the performance is brilliant. And actually, in terms of driving experience, it's quite nice as well. And the colour is turning many heads, so that's always nice. The steering's all right, you know. I mean, that's kind of the joy of an electric car, is the batteries are flat on the floor. So when it comes to there's very little body lean when it comes to sort of steering. And in terms of a family hatchback, I mean, you're going to buy it, you can drop the kids at school, do all your bits, and then go home via a national speed limit road. Oh, that's what you're going to want to do.
There's also a system called dynamic cornering control, so that allows for torque vectoring between all 4 wheels, which means that it can send the correct amount of power to whichever wheel has the most grip. More power to the road, more speed. You getting it? Yeah, it never really feels like it's going to run out of grip, not in these dry conditions anyway. And as soon as you see your way through the corner, you just plant the throttle and you're away.
We've got a McLaren. What's funny is they don't think I'll be able to keep up with them. And they're on a 60-mile-an-hour road, and I'm keeping up with a McLaren. Stop it. I can't stop smiling. Right, let's just talk about what we've just been through, because that was completely and utterly bonkers and I loved every second of it. So, to put this into perspective, right, if you were to buy like a piston power hatchback that has the same performance, you're probably going to have to go for like a Mercedes A45S, which is what, 421 horsepower, 63 grand? Yeah. I mean, I know the Mercedes is, you know, nicer interior and a bit more, you know, awesome to look at and awesome to sit in and awesome to experience. But in terms of performance, there is no denying this thing is blooming fantastic.
Of course, because the XPower gets so much more horsepower, nothing comes for free. So it's not got quite the same range as the normal long-range MG4. Well, that will get 280 miles of WLTP range from the 62 kilowatt-hour usable battery. The XPower only gets 239 from the same, and a lot less if you use that acceleration at every traffic light. Charging, though, it's pretty good with 150 kilowatt of DC ability, where the standard car gets 135. So you're looking at around a 10 to 80% charge in 35 minutes.
Okay, we are now officially one-pedal driving. So if I lift my foot off, yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? And actually, that wasn't too horrendous to find on the menu. Sometimes, in some cars, it's really difficult to find on the menu. Do you know what I really like as well? The XPower name is like MG heritage stuff, isn't it? You remember the last sort of XPower MG car was the SV in 2005. That was an awesome machine. It had like a V8 in it. It didn't sell very many. It only sold about 82, I think. So it's quite nice to have that XPower name back in action in a car that feels like it owns the XPower name pretty well. Here at Electrifying, We drive electric cars every day. We are electric car experts. We know your family electric cars, your hatchbacks, your sports cars, your fast ones, your SUVs, your big family buses. And every now and again you come across a car that just puts a smile on your face. And that is this, the MG4 XPower. I mean, the numbers are just right, aren't they? 429 brake horsepower, 36,500 pounds. That is cheaper than a base level Cupra Born. That is cheaper than a VW ID3 and twice as fast. Yes! Look, if you need any more information, then make sure you go onto our website and subscribe to the channel, please, for all future videos on electric cars. Meanwhile, I'm now going to go and have some fun. Bye.